Hi, I'm James Chillinglaw here at ILTM Con, as I always am this time of year, and we always meet the best and brightest in luxury travel, and I have this woman next to me I've interviewed before, Henley Vasquez, who's the co-founder and CEO of Fora Travel, and if you don't know Fora, it's really a growing host agency. It's Virtuoso member,
Yep.
And they do have a lot of people who specialize in luxury travel. In fact, that's what we're talking about. I see her at Virtuosos, I see her here, and we're going to talk about Fora today, what's going on, and also they just put out a report on what they see as the market going forward, and you'll hear about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Henley, great to see you here.
Great to see you as well.
Yeah, no, there's 10,000 people here, so we had to make an appointment for this one. Now, let's talk a little bit about what is Fora today, how many travel advisors are affiliated with you, and you've been around for how long now?
Only 3 years. So we launched in October 2021. So we're like a preschooler now in terms of being our company's age.
You launched during COVID, and that's always fun. But that was where travel agents, I think a lot of people felt, look, travel advising is a growing profession, and people wanted to get into it, right?
A growing profession and a necessary profession. I think that COVID really made people realize that it's complicated to plan travel. There were a lot more elements that OTAs weren't helping them with when they had cancellations or changes, and they needed a real human to help sort of navigate this new world of travel, and that's only boomed since.
Now, roughly how many people do you have now?
So it depends on the segment that you're talking about. Fora X, which is our top segment.
Yeah, that's what we talked about that.
Yeah, we have about 120 in there. We have about 700 pros, so that's kind of our flagship program. And then the rest of them, it's a few thousand in there that they're building businesses, and we use them. I always say they're like my petri dish. I watch to see who's the next big seller. Some of them are building small businesses and staying small. We're happy with that too, but it's a great way to really study the data and see who's going to be the next person that's here at ILTM with us.
Well, you see, that's the answer. You are turning people who are in other professions into travel advisors if they want to do it, and a lot of them find they love it, right?
Not only do they love it, but I'd say they're true professionals in the sense they're working in tech companies, they're working in law and media, and so when they're turning to their network, who is often the guy sitting down the hallway from them at Facebook, and turning this into the travel planning, they're very concerned about doing it right. So they're voracious learners, very serious about their profession, and really excited to get started.
And you give them the opportunity to learn and discover what you have to do to be a travel advisor. You pretty much give them soup to nuts, right?
Yeah, our platform has everything from a booking and a CRM element to the training. So we do about 80 hours of live training every month, and all of that is recorded and saved into the platform. So if you get a question on a Saturday night about Bhutan and you're not sure what to do, you can go in, watch a training, learn, and then also actually have marketing elements that you can then send over to your client to flex on your learning.
No, I'm hearing good things, and of course, Matthew Upchurch at Virtuoso, you got a membership there, and he recognized, because you came at a point where for the first time in my life there was a need for travel advisors because there weren't enough of them.
Yeah, and we look at that, and that's the thing. I think when we compare our side of the industry, which feels so big and so vibrant where we're here at ILTM, it's actually not so impactful to overall hotel sales worldwide. So we thought, what could we do to really take on some of those outside elements that are more just anonymous bookings engines and give opportunities to more humans to come in, because we'd really like to compete with those OTAs.
And you just had your first, I think it was your first conference out in Brooklyn, right?
Well, it was actually our third one, but it was for sure our biggest one, and Matthew came and spoke, which was just wonderful for our community to see. We did it at the Knockdown Center in Queens, which I kept having people walk up to me and say, I've been here, but never in the daylight, and only I can't tell you what I really did while I was here.
Well, it's like, I said, next year I should show up and see how you're doing, because you say you were thinking about maybe we shouldn't have this conference, but now you're going to do it again, right? We
will definitely be doing it again, and I said that 5 minutes after walking in. So it was a really great community building experience, not only for our advisors, but for our suppliers and partners as well. And yeah, they did a great job turning this space into something super special. So for sure, we're doing it again, but we're hiring some extra help to make that happen.
Now, you just put out a survey, a report about surveying travel, what's going to come for 2025. Tell us a little bit about some of the results of that survey. What are some of the top destinations that you're seeing?
Yeah, so our hot list, which we just released, we say it's a little bit of a combination of data and divination. So some of it is we're looking at the bookings, we're seeing what's happening with actual reservations. The other part of it is we're looking at new airlift, new openings, what's really driving that we think as the travel experts people into destinations. So for example, Morocco. We love seeing the return of business to Morocco after the earthquake, but part of what's driving that isn't just it's a great place to go, it's also new air non-stops into Marrakesh out of New York. It's also hotels like Royal Mansour opening in Casablanca, changing it from not just a layover city to a real destination, as well as other things that are opening out in the desert, in Marrakesh, of course, we love it, and beyond.
So those are your top destinations. And you got some trends too that you're seeing in luxury travel, right?
Yeah, we highlighted 5 destinations and 5 trends because we really wanted to look at both sides of this. So in terms of trends, it's everything from solo travel, which I'd say is a blend of both solo travel and bleisure, people extending their corporate trips, to high-end cruising. We know that here, we're hearing so much about it. And really far-flung destinations becoming, I think, as people retain some flexibility with their jobs of remote work and beyond, being able to say, you know what, I'm going to go to Bhutan, I'm going to go to Chile. Africa is obviously booming. People are going farther to experience more.
Absolutely, and Bhutan, actually, you can go and they're doing cruises. I think Ed Sheeran's going to be in Bhutan, and you can get tickets for $15. So,
I mean, it is such a special destination. I was there last year, and the level of bookings that we've seen coming in for that destination is honestly like quite heartwarming because I think it's such a special place, and we love to see people spending their dollars where we like to have it count.
Now, anything else you want to tell our audience? We're going out to about 127,000 travel advisors, and some might be interested in your proposition. They may be more experienced than some of the people coming in. But do you take oldies, I guess, we said newbies, or do you take people who are experienced?
We sure do. So I would say our advisors range from people who are doing their first booking to people who are booking $6-8 million a year. So there's really a range within our community. The important thing that we do is we really handle the back office. So I want my advisors, whether you're just getting started or whether you're very experienced, to be able to focus their expertise on planning the trips, the human element. Let us build the tech, let us handle your commissions, collections, reconciliation, all of the stuff no one likes doing, so that you can really focus. And so we like to see that our advisors actually build their businesses faster. They're hitting landmarks in terms of their sales more quickly than traditionally would have happened because they don't have to deal with the other stuff and they can focus on doing their best trip planning.
Now, where can our viewers go to find out more about Fora?
Yep. So, well, you can find me here at ILTM, or go to www.foratravel.com and hear more about us. See a little bit about our advisors.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, Henley. You're really building this host agency very quickly, and I hear good things about it, and that you are getting more people to recognize that being a travel advisor is a pretty good gig, and you can make money doing it. And boy, you can travel, right?
Yeah, you can. And I think the important thing is it's two-sided. It's that this is a great job and it's a place to build a really wonderful career with great people. It's also, if you're a consumer, you should be planning your travel with a travel advisor. And that's a lot of the work that we do too, of just trying to educate the consumer of the value of an advisor.
Well, Matthew had his press conference earlier, Matthew Upchurch, and he saw that there was many more people now want to use a travel advisor than ever before. So travel advisors are necessary. And as I tell people, you want a great job where you can travel like as well as your clients. You can maybe even make 6 figures, probably make 6 figures, long time. You can travel and you get a great community. We're here in it now. We're 10,000 people here, and everybody knows everybody. I just had 3 meetings with great general managers and heads of hotel companies. And you know them, and this is the great part of this industry, right?
Yeah, it really is like a family reunion here, and I think we feel that at these conferences, that it is about building relationships. This is not, we may be a data-driven company and a tech platform, but really it's the community, both within our advisors and within our industry, that makes this such a special place.
Well, Henley, again, great to see you. Hopefully, well, you live near me, so we'll hopefully see each other soon.
And yet we only see each other out at these things.
This is true, absolutely true. I'm James Schillinglaw here at ILTMCon with my family, right here, everyone. And this is Insider Travel Report.